Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Outside the Squared Circle back again. Your boy Frank with your boy Dennis. We got a special guest, Amir Mansour. How you doing, champ?
What up? What up? Good, man. Good.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this one started quick. We're sparse for time here, so go ahead, Dennis. Lead us off.
What's going on, Chad? How you doing, man?
What's up, fam? I'm good. I'm good.
Man, I'm saying this is an interview, fam, man. I've been trying to get this for a long time. I've been following you for a while now. I'm saying I remember I seen an old school video on YouTube where you were saying if you got a chance to fight Klitschko, you were saying that if he tried to fight you and had an arm sticking out, you'll break his arm by punching it so many times. I've been watching it for a long time. Is there still a fight that you would want to get if possible, a fight with Vladimir?
Hell yeah, man. Listen, man, I've been knocking everybody out, so it was almost impossible for me to get fights with these so-called top dudes. So I started boxing more and pretty much let up off the gas pedal with my usual attack. And I don't think it's really beneficial for me, so I'm going back to that attack mode, man. But I would love to fight Klitschko, man. Calvin Price tried to do the same thing with them long arms, put that jab out there. I start beating his arm out, and within no time, he stopped doing it, and his jab wasn't effective anymore. I just watched Klitschko fight Brian Jennings, man, and in my honest opinion, man, he's just entirely too slow. His jab is just really not effective at all anymore, and he's ready for picking, man.
Well, with that being said, I know, like I said, I read your interviews. In another interview, I heard you say the Wilder fight. That's something that you looking forward to. I remember before, correct me if I'm wrong, you said you didn't want to mess up his record because you would if you fought him, you would give him that first loss. Is that still a thing, or do you just want to fight him now?
I want to fight anybody, man, really. And of course, I want to fight him because he has the title. You know what I'm saying? He's holding that gold, man. So, of course, I want him. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that right now, Wilder is still green. I don't know what type of heart he has. I don't know how he will react to bleeding or cuts. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I think he's sweet for picking, man. And I will say this, though, as a boxing fan, and as an honest fighter, I think that within the next 3-4 years, this boy going to be untouchable. But right now, I don't think he has anything for me.
So, did you see the Alexander Povetkin fight on Friday? And what did you think of it?
I watched the replay on YouTube. Just bullshit. I mean, Povetkin obviously hits very hard. If that was the effect, from a couple of shots, and then sometimes too, though, you really don't want to get caught early in a fight like that, man. You got to be very defensive and very smart in the beginning of a fight. And I think that this dude, he just was really a little too relaxed, in the first round, and he got caught, man. He got caught cold, what they would say, and couldn't get himself together.
Right. So I know you said that you would like to fight any one of the big names, and there's a lot of people on the message boards, a lot of people on YouTube saying that they believe that Povetkin is the #2 heavyweight in the world behind Vladimir Klitschko. Would you like to take him on?
If fighting Povetkin is going to guarantee me a title shot, yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I don't think that it's intelligent to just jump in there with anybody and you go and beat them and you're right back to square one.
Right.
I'm at a point in my career where, these fights going to have to start making a difference in win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so any one of these guys that is considered one of the best, if I can get into an elimination fight with them or something like that, then of course, yeah. Or, if the money's right, then, you fight any fucking body, man. You know what I mean? You really don't care. But at the end of the day, it does have to make sense. And further in your career, what are you going to do after that fight? Am I guaranteed a title shot? Am I guaranteed #1 spot? And so forth and so on.
Right. And Dennis, before you go, I want to get. Can I get one more in?
Yeah.
I know you said, Amir, you said that when you saw Klitschko's last fight, that he just seems older, he seems sluggish. So what do you think? I mean, because I've noticed the same things. He does seem like he's slowed down a lot. So what do you think his opponents have struggled with then? His jab isn't what it used to be, and his power isn't really what it used to be. So what do you think they're doing
Right.
wrong? And what would you do different?
And intimidation, man. Really, I think intimidation. I know that Brian Jennings. I know that Brian Jennings is a far greater fighter than what he showcased that night. I know he's far more chancier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to get in that ring, man, and you really have to take the risk, to go after a guy and take him out, or go after him and beat him convincingly. And I don't think that Brian really pulled the trigger like I know Brian can pull the trigger.
Right.
Right. I agree. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah. So sometimes, you're in a big fight like that, man, and sometimes, the lights, man, the cameras, and the people, it's a packed place, man.
Right.
Sometimes that can affect a fighter. I don't know what or if anything affected, Brian, but I do believe that Brian is a better fighter than that. And I know he's looking at that fight in retrospect and saying, man, I really could have beat this guy and could have done it probably easy.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this. Like you said, the lights, the camera, and all the people, that can definitely affect people. So I gotta ask you, some people say, I always said some fighters say they were born for this, but I want to ask you your aspect of it. Have you ever gotten nervous when you seen the big crowd or anything, and then by the time you get in the ring, the jitters go away? Or do you just kind of go into tunnel vision and don't really pay attention?
Man, let me tell you something, man. I've been through so much in life that this is child's play to me. You know what I mean? I done been in a 10 by 10 foot closet, man, with a guy with a knife. You know what I'm saying? Can't run nowhere, can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? I done been in situations like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I done been, caught off guard, motherfucker with two knives in his hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And have to react immediately, quick, split-second reactions to live. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in this ring, man, you know what I mean? I sit and ponder those type of things that I already been through, man. And this is like playground shit to me. So
right.
I don't think that the lights and the people and the hype or anything like that would ever truly get to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta ask you. I spoke to you about this before, but I really went back and watched that fight with you versus Cunningham, and they gave him a really long 11 count. He should have really been out of there. He should have knocked him out. Do you want a rematch to knock him out? So, okay, look, now you should have been knocked out. Now I'm really gonna knock you out.
Mm-hmm. Of course, man. Any loss on your record, you know what I'm saying? You want to go back and clean it up. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he's going where he's going, and I'm trying to go where I'm trying to go. We tried to make the rematch almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? And this fight was like a nomination for Fight of the Year with a lot of different publications. And so we both felt that, they definitely got to put some money up for this rematch. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he was approached with any type of proposition or any type of offer. You know what I mean? I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And so it ends there. You know what I mean? But we did want to see the rematch. I think he wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. And we just felt like a rematch should have be on a bigger platform.
I want to throw out a few names to you. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what you think about him, or is they in your radar to fight next? Because, like I said, as a fan, I'm really always interested to see who you'll fight next. I'm going to throw out maybe 4 names. I'm going to say Chris Arreola, Malik Scott, Antonio Tarver. I'll say somebody like Tony Thompson, because he's a big, tall guy that can give you the style of a Klitschko. So what do you think about those 4 guys, and would you fight them next? Or are they on your radar?
Chris Arreola, a tough, very tough, got a lot of heart, slow, not fast enough, not a good enough boxer. Malik Scott, crafty, long, fast, but my opinion of him kind of dwindled with his performance against Wilder.
Right.
Right.
Tony Thompson, crafty veteran. Obviously, a lot of heart when he goes over to somebody else's country and does his thing. And Torrio Tarver, Tarver not gonna fight me, man. Tarver is trying to get another payday. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like that, really, they sicken me. You know what I'm saying? You know, you was on top of the world. You made millions of dollars. You fucked it all up, and now you trying to come and present yourself as a heavyweight. You got a decent win against a damn bum. You know, and now you want to be heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, he's proven himself as a light heavyweight. He's definitely proven himself as a light heavyweight. He was light heavyweight champion of the world. Hats off to him for that. But coming into the heavyweight division, after going through what you went through and being so heavy now, only really goes to show me that you've just been sitting around fucking off. You're talented and you feel as though your talent alone can get you through these rankings, but he runs into a guy like me, he's going to be, shocked. He's going to be fucked around. I would like to fight any of those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, as long as it makes sense, man. I wouldn't waste my time on a Tarver if it's not going to guarantee me a title shot afterwards.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, we're all considered top 10 heavyweights. So, you want to mix it up with the best. That's the only thing to do to get this excitement back into the heavyweight division. We got to start mixing it up. Us in the top 10. But we got to be treated fairly when it comes to the pay and when it comes to the results of the fight. We got to be treated fairly.
So the three ideal targets for you, I'm assuming, would be Wilder, Klitschko, and probably like a Povetkin. So with those three, you have two very long, lanky guys in Klitschko and Wilder, and you have a shorter, stockier guy who doesn't control distance in the same way they do. What style do you prefer to fight against? Or do you feel you're versatile enough to beat any type?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I really think Klitschko would be the easier fight, man. I mean, if he came in and fought me the way he just fought Brian Jennings, the fight wouldn't go nowhere, man. It wouldn't fucking last, man. Like, seriously. Like, I just think, the type of war that I would put him into, the type of zone that I would put him into, he would start thinking about all the millions that he had, and you know what? This shit ain't worth it. This motherfucker in front of me is crazy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I got too much money to lose. I want to be able to enjoy this lifestyle that I, created for myself. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Klitschko is ready to really get into the war that a thirsty, hungry, broke motherfucker like me would be ready to get into. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? He's already rich. He's already rich, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not ready to go through the, trenches with a guy that doesn't have much.
All right, so for our new segment, guys, we got this new thing called Outside the Box with our interviews. We like to ask questions that won't necessarily be related to boxing. They can be, but they might not be. It's more of quick-hitting questions with you. So Dennis wants to lead off with one real fast.
All right. I had a question to ask you that was not boxing related, but when you start talking to me, you got me very interested. I want to know, like I said, I know a little bit about you, and you did some time behind the wall. If you care to talk about that, I want to ask you, did people know that you boxed when you was inside there? Were they intimidated, like, yo, this dude boxed, he knocks his people out for a living? Or did they want to try you because they felt like, you know what, let's see how good I do against a guy that is a professional fighter?
No, I mean, it might have played anyway like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes motherfuckers know you box and want to try you just so they can get a reputation of whooping your ass. So, no, really, in prison, man, if you carry yourself respectfully, and you're not walking around all day with your chest poked out and trying to be Mr. Tough Guy, man, people gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? I had a few run-ins with different jokers here and there, but after almost a decade back there, you're gonna have to, you're gonna eventually run into some problems with, dudes. But for the most part, man, my time was done peacefully. I trained a lot. Me and Calvin Davis, I trained a lot. That's the short guy that you see in the corner with me now.
Yeah.
He just came home after doing 13 years.
Yeah.
And so, things just came full circle with that situation. But no, it wasn't nothing like that, man. I mean, you're in there with kingpins, you're in there with murderers, you're in there with mafia murder. I was in the federal prison, you know what I'm saying? You were in there with millionaires, multi-millionaires, you know what I'm saying? You were in there with people from all walks of life, you know what I mean? So just being a boxer, you know what I mean? That wasn't really a situation that garnered a lot of attention.
So with the whole, I'm sure you've been seeing a lot of it on social media with Shannon Briggs, with the "Let's go, champ" and going. What do you think of that? I know there's a lot of people who think he's trying to talk his way into a title shot that he doesn't necessarily deserve. What do you think about his antics outside the ring when it comes to the Klitschko stuff?
I wish I had those type of. I wish I had. I guess I don't know what it takes to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say lack of pride. I don't want to say not too much pride. I don't know. I don't know what it is that kicks off those type of characters, but I like it, man. I wish that I was like that. You know what I mean? Maybe more people would know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could capitalize off of more that I've done in the ring. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't get a title shot by running your mouth. You got to get a title shot by beating motherfuckers, man. Yep. And that's what Shannon needs to do. He needs to fight somebody relevant and beat somebody relevant rather than just trying to campaign his way to a title shot.
Yo, you seem like a card guy. Name three of your favorite cards that, I'm saying, either you had or you want to get.
750 LI with the 760 package. I had that. I wrecked it, totaled that.
Oh,
that was my favorite car.
That hurts.
Yeah, the Corvette, my favorite, and this car that I have, the Camaro ZL1, they're my favorite three. I'm really not into the Lambos and the the big $500,000 cars. I ain't on that type of time. Maybe if I had a couple million or something, maybe I would splurge. I don't know. I doubt it, but. I like American cars, man. I like supporting the American economy. And we make good stuff. And then, too, when something's wrong with your car, you go get it fixed. When I had that BMW, I had to go to a BMW dealer or somebody who specializes in BMW. So, when you got an American car, it's easier to maintain and keep up. You know what I mean? And like I said, something go wrong, you get it fixed right around the corner versus, a European car or a car that's made in another country.
Just one last thing before you go. You got anything to say to your fans?
Yeah, man. I definitely always shout out the fans, man, for supporting me. A lot of people always been there for me. I've been circled with some real great people, man. It helps me every inch of the way. Johan's Boxing, Johan's Promotion, Johan Management. They all been very good to me. Keith Stouffer, who is, my advisor now, but my original manager, he took me all the way to 20-0. And he's like a father to me, man. He's a great guy. He's the most helpful person in my life, period. And then to the fans in the tri-state area, Jersey, Philly, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Virginia, Baltimore, all these people, they come and support me, man. And I have had a lot of, I think my last except for one, my last 14 fights were sold out. You know what I'm saying? So
that's love.
Fans, they really support me. They really stand by me out here, man. And that's always a great thing, man. Because without them, you're nothing, man.
All right,
sure.
So thanks a lot for your time,
I thank y'all, man, too, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for having me, man. Anytime, man, hit me up.
Hey, we appreciate you.
I'm accessible, man. Yeah, I don't be on no diva shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, brother.
Me, man. I'm an ordinary dude, man. You know what I mean? Ordinary dude, man, just trying to make something of himself in this life.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's
we
it,
feel
man.
you there, brother.
Trying to take care of my kids, family, you know what I mean? Trying to eat, man. That's it, man. I ain't no tough guy. I ain't no gangster, none of that, man. I'm just a good, down-to-earth human being, man. Went through some scrapes.
Absolutely.
First in life, man. That's it,
Yes, sir. Hey, well, thank you for your time,
man.
champ.
We can identify with that.
All right, man. Y'all be easy, man.
You too. Have a great night.
That was another segment that we are bringing you of Outside the Square Circle. I hope you really enjoyed it. Want you to like, share, definitely subscribe. You fans are great. As Amir Mansour said, we are the reason. You guys are the reason that we do this. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. We hope you guys continue to like. We want you to share it, and we want to continue to grow in numbers. And we're going to bring you interviews from every fighter that we possibly can, if we can. We have a lot more coming up, so guys, stick with us. And we have a lot more entertaining interviews. We have a lot of fight predictions, fight analysis, and everything more for you guys. Also, again, I want to thank Boxing Videos, Only 4 Fights. They are an absolute great video site on Facebook. The link will be in down below, and we just want you guys to give them a like as well, and stay tuned with us because we got more heat. We have the best podcast, the best interviews, real drama, real talk, nothing fancy smassy, but what you guys like, the real down truth. Thank you guys for looking. Thank you guys for tuning in. Much love.